When art and technology come together, the results can be downright illuminating. Lee Cowan explains.
Arizona's ancient Sonoran desert was about to go into the digital age. A 45-foot video wall dipping into the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix, like a giant rectangular sunset.
That was craned in, across a mountainside and delicately placed, within a couple of feet of some pretty sacred saguaros.
It was the idea of Matt Shaw and Will Trossell, two UK architects turned artists who didn't know that much about the desert Southwest before.
It's totally up there with the Arctic, the Brazilian rainforest, crawling through the undersides of the Great Pyramids at Giza. I love it.
This was the desert they saw. In a way even scientists haven't been able to see, a place pulsing with life. Breathing, growing, and retreating. Captured by 3D LIDAR scanners. Devices that are normally relegated to just being a tech-savvy survey tool.
Without belittling this technology, these are dumb measurement instruments. All they really want to do is measure a point and measure it as precisely as possible.
The idea began, as many ideas do, in a pub.
We should see us start to spin. There we go.
The Royal Oak in East London.
So that mirror's guiding the laser off in every direction around the room.
Amid fish and chips and pints, the scanner was certainly out of its element. But for Matt, it was proof of artistic concept.
What were you expecting to get when you did it the first time?
Well, we genuinely didn't really know.
What it captured was the mundane, but in spectacular ways. Bartenders bartending, regulars taking their regular seats, and non-regulars circling to perhaps find some regularity. Time-lapse, but on a whole different scale.
We're not doing it in 2 dimensions, we're doing it in 3D. It has depth to it, and we can not only move back and forth through time, we can move through space inside the work as well.
Out here in the polar regions, we're able to use this technology to understand the flows.
They called their studio ScanLAB Projects and began deploying their scanners in odd places like the Arctic.
Perfect, look.
And Yosemite National Park.
It gives you a sense of being in them rather than looking at them, if that makes sense.
Being a part of something.
Being part of something, something bigger than we are on our own.
It was a gamble for Elaine McGinn, the Desert Botanical Garden's chief experience officer. She wasn't sure what she'd really get.
That was a nervous wreck. I hope they like it.
The equipment had to be hiked, humped, and hauled out to 21 pre-planned locations every single day in 2024, one of the hottest, driest years on record.
Same spot every day.
Same spot.
For photographers David Blakeman, Charles Darr, and Richard Lee White Pickett, every day was an education.
It can be intuitive for us to look at the desert and think that it's just a dead, dry, lifeless place, but it's brimming with life. There's life everywhere.
There's a hummingbird that would visit every day at the previous spot that we were just at. It's interesting that we're out here observing nature, and then it's cool to see that nature's watching back.
So how many miles a day are you driving?
Approximately 100 miles, 100 to 120. Hiking approximately 5 to 10 miles a day with around 70 pounds of gear.
All this for an art project.
For an art project. Art is pain, isn't that what they say?
We got it.
Their daily data dumps ended up in a mountain of hard drives at ScanLAB's UK studio.
Maybe let's just go and have a little dive in this guy.
Where a kind of alchemy takes place, turning tens of millions of otherwise boring data points into vibrant digital replicas of a space and time.
There's hours and hours and hours of pulling these scans together and making sure they really are in the same
sync
point in space. And so what we're seeing is not misalignment, it's actual movement.
But it wasn't all just pretty pictures. The scanners also captured some sobering realities. There were gasps as visitors watched the last leaning moments of a saguaro surrender to heat stroke from climate change. Guests pondered urban sprawl as images of new homes creeping out into the wilderness appeared like spiders made of 2x4s. And there was dismay, seeing a landfill filled to the brim.
Our big idea is that the garden is here to help you enjoy the beauty of the desert and also to care for it. And that really is, in many ways, the essence of what this exhibit does.
TV doesn't do the exhibit justice. It needs to be felt, not just seen. We watch plenty, get lost in moments just seconds long that may have taken months to play out in nature. Turns out, I guess, that time travel is real. But that's not the surprise. What we do with it may be the real unknown.
If we can get people out of their immediacy, out of their immediate mindset and into this kind of slower, more reflective pace, that's our aim.
For me, I'd love people to take away like a new way of seeing, a new respect for the natural world. It's like that little insight of respect and understanding would be lovely if people go away with.